Hi, I'm FB and this is TM News, June 10th, 2015, beginning with the latest results. And first off, the grand final of the ESL Canyon Team Premiership was at last played after a bit of delay. The two teams that would face off against each other in this final match were Nova and Awsomniac. These two teams played against each other in the winner bracket final, with the winner then being Nova after an exciting match that went all the way to a decider 3 vs 3. Awsomniac had no trouble getting back into the final, however, by winning against Focus On in the consolidation final, and this set it up for a repeat between the two teams. It all started with the 1 vs 1, which would be between Riolu and Nahoy. Here, Riolu proved to be simply stronger and took the win with a clean 7-0 score. Nova then struck back with Cypher and Subtimal defeating Lawrence and Morris A9 in the 2 vs 2 with a close score of 4-5, but in the following 3 vs 3, Awsomniac once again dominated and were able to win this sub-match without losing a single round. This meant that Nova had to win the last 3 vs 3 sub-match to force a decisive final sub-match, just like in the winner bracket final, but this time that didn't happen as Awsomniac won with a 7-3 score and with that took home the tournament. Now for an update on FB's Weekly Season 4. 8 races have now been played, and in the previous 4 of those, Roa has been on the podium in each one, with first taking 3rd 3 weeks in a row, and now most recently also winning the race for the 2nd time in the season. With those placements, he's now up to 232 points in the total standings, which is 35 points ahead of Wally at 2nd place and 40 points ahead of Sand at 3rd place. However, both Wally and Sand still don't have a full set of results, and with 2 races left to go, they are still also strong contenders to become the overall winner and take home the €500 that comes with it. Linked below you can see the current top 15 as well as the results of the ongoing Time Attack season. To end the results segment, on Saturday the ESL RPG Nightcup was back for the 11th time, and what a Nightcup it turned out to be. 33 players came to start, with the top 50% qualifying from the Time Attack to the final phase that as usual was going to be played in Knockout. One by one the players went down in numbers until only 2 players remained in Bren and Clem. The last round would then end up being extremely exciting, with the 2 players following each other closely throughout the whole track. When they reached the backwards driving in the end, they were completely side by side of each other, and it looked like only a few hundreds or even less would be the difference. But before the last jump into the final stretch, Clem went slightly too much to the left and as a result clipped the fence, which made him have not enough speed to make it past the jump. Meanwhile, Bren landed on his wheels and could safely drive to the finish as the winner of his first Nightcup. The full results are linked to in the summary. Moving on to community news, La Bomba is back with another community project over at his YouTube channel. This time he's asking for people to send in 15,000 replays on a custom made track in an attempt to beat the current record for this kind of project, which is 10,000 replays. In the video that is shown, La Bomba is explaining in detail on how to participate and also lets you know that the one that sends in the most amount of replays to him will receive a €50 PaySafe card. You'll find a link to this video in the description. That's all I had for community news, and now for upcoming events. Later today at 9:30 PM CEST, the next round in the BA Championship F1 season is taking place, and naturally as this tournament follows the real F1 season, it will be played on the Canadian GP. As always, no registration is needed to participate in this race. All you need to do is to download the Stadium F1 title pack and then show up on the server before it starts. You can already now practice on track if you want. ESL and Mania Exchange have started a cooperation involving the monthly track contest. Each month, ESL will be organizing a special Otter Cup, with the person winning the MTC that month getting to choose the maps that will be played on. In addition, the winner also gets an interview published on ESL's website, and you can read the latest one right now featuring Lars. The cup will take place on Saturday starting at 7 PM CEST, and the 3 maps that Lars chose to be played on are available to download on ESL's website. Also keep in mind that you need to sign up if you want to participate. Moving on, if you want more F1 in your life, then make sure to check out the Ultimate F1 Racing and the F1 Team Open Race, which will both take place this Sunday. Ultimate F1 Racing will have their second to last race in their season starting at 11 AM CEST, and the F1 Team Open Race will start at 6 PM CEST. Find out more information about these events by checking the description. The RPG Spain Spring Cup is returning for the third time. This is an individual competition played in TrackMania Nations Forever that will be using different formats such as time attack, knockout, duo and pathfinding to determine the results. Top 3 will go home with a bit of money, as well as first place receives €120, second place €45 and third place €22, with an additional €20 going to the winner of the knockout phase. And there are also other prizes in form of coppers and tags going to top 8, with the organizers hinting at there even being more potential prizes later on. If you're interested in playing in this cup, the deadline to sign up is set to next Wednesday at midnight, but the cup is starting this Sunday already at 6 PM CEST with some time attack. Finishing off the episode, TrackMania clan Door to Q have announced the Door to Q Summer Cup, which is going to be played in time attack and only using old dirt tracks. The way it works is that each month 12 to 15 tracks will be added to the official servers, and the participants will then have until the 26th each month to set their times. The winner will be the one with the best total time, and planets will be handed out as a reward. But not only the winner will get some planets, as also 3 random participants will have some planets sent their way every month. No registration is needed, simply join any of the 3 official servers and you're good to go. And that's all I had for this week. Thanks everyone for watching, remember to rate and comment on this video if you want, and I'll see you next time.